latest on Tropical Storm Megi, Philippine name Agaton, which is moving inland now over the Visayas region, something that wasn't quite expected by previous forecasts. Currently at 10.5 degrees north, 125.1 degrees east. Right now it's completely deviated from its last bearing. It's now moving west-southwest, whereas yesterday it was east-northeast. At 7 p.m. local time, CDPS stage 3 with winds of 40 miles per hour and a pressure of 995 millibars. There it is on the map right now, and you can see its fairly small wind field, and it will continue to push a little bit further inland before starting to turn around and eventually will dissipate. But it will deliver a lot of rainfall in the area and already has done so far. Currently just 13 kilometers from Sogod, 37 from Baybay City, 49 from Maasin City, 133 from Cebu, and 634 from the capital Manila. Signal 2 warnings are in effect for parts of Samar and other areas around there, and Signal 1 warnings extending as far northwest as Masbate. So with all of that going on, the rain threat is the highest threat of anything right now, and here is the current trajectory of the track, and you can see how it's expected to move further inland and then turn around and lose that tropical storm status maybe somewhere around Samar on Monday or Tuesday, and then gradually move out to sea and dissipate under the massive influence of the nearby tropical storm Malakas, which is further out to sea and is not expected to strike the Philippines. Let's look at the Pagasa track map there. They're calling for it to move out eventually, and currently 40 mile per hour winds agreed upon by most agencies. GTWC a little bit lower though with the tropical depression status there, but 40 miles per hour is what we're going with. Signal 2 warnings as mentioned there also for Leyte and Biliran Island, and Signal 1 warnings extending as far as Bohol and Surigao del Norte. Right now, the forecast model showing the GFS and the influence from Agaton being completely eaten up by the enormous Malakas, which will become probably a Category 3 or maybe even Category 4 typhoon, although it's out at sea. But first you can see on the model run there what happens with Agaton, which looks rather interesting, although I don't think it fully captures the movement inland there on that particular run. But that is what it looks like we're going to get, at least for the time being, next 24 to 48 hours. The rain rates will show things a little bit more clearly though, and you can see there massive areas of green. Yesterday we were talking about maximums of 800 millimeters in Samar, but it could be further towards the west that occurs now, with those rainfall totals 350 millimeters or more in that green area. So that is a very large zone that could receive those big rainfall totals in association with this storm. So flooding is by far the greatest risk in terms of this storm's effects. Sea surface temperatures looking fairly decent in Celsius, around 27 degrees, maybe 26 where the storm is right now, but going back over warmer waters when it leaves the Philippines, although that will be pretty irrelevant because, as mentioned, it will be getting sucked up by typhoon, or soon to be typhoon, Malakas if models are correct. Some satellite imagery showing that still the convection is displaced to the west. It's quite bare on the eastern side of it, but the center of the storm still hasn't moved over any of the islands properly yet, so all of the areas are receiving significant convective bursts and rainfall associated with that, and its influence extending perhaps as far as Mindoro even right now, with some small rain amounts, but the highest rain amounts under those green areas are affecting Leyte and Samar right now, and that will continue for some time yet, with flooding the main concern.